Career Seeker Show live on WPPM-LP Philadelphia. Alberta Bertolino, Kenneth L. Johnson, Will Martin in the building. We are doing it again. We do it every Wednesday, 4 to 5, live on WPPM-LP. Wow, it's been great. We've been speaking about a couple things. We spoke about basketball. We spoke about the concert on the Parkway. We spoke about job search apps. We spoke about what activities are upcoming for career seekers in Philadelphia. You know what else I want to speak about? Let's talk about this. I want to talk about myself for a second.
I love it. What a great topic. But I want to know, it's National Bikini Day. Where's your bikini?
You know what? You told me it was National Bikini Day. Hey, so Philly Cam intern Allison was looking for a reason to go to the Jersey Shore.
There you go.
Today is National Bikini Day.
She better get out of here.
She might want to leave right now.
All right, go talk to Vanessa.
Sunset. Yeah, she can catch the sun and make it down to the shore. Because I don't know if you want to walk around Independence Mall in a bikini, but the Jersey Shore.
Some people might enjoy that.
Some people might. There's no better place than the Jersey Shore to walk around in a bikini.
That's true.
So anyway,
all right.
We got that off the table.
Okay, go ahead. So talk about you.
All right. So here's what's going on. We got a big July and a big August going on.
Mm-hmm.
Next week on the show, I believe I have this confirmed, but we are going to have my man, fellow 2016 Black Enterprise Modern Man, Dr. Ivan Hernandez, come on the show because he has an event in Philadelphia on the 15th. He will be at Enon Tabernacle Baptist Church, doing the Courage to Continue Life and Fitness, procession program.
Jeez,
yeah, it's
a lot.
That's a lot. He said he would be willing. He can't. I'm trying to get him to come out here and be on the show.
Yeah.
But he's in New York City. He wants to call in on the 12th, and I get it. I understand that. So we may. Actually, I told him I would make room for the call-in.
Yeah.
So that's next Wednesday.
Yeah.
So Dr. Ivan's going to call in next Wednesday.
He's got a lot of good content, but you know him.
Yes.
So,
fellow 2016 Black Enterprise Modern Man. That's what we do. We hold each other down.
That's right.
So speaking of speaking and being places, on September, I believe it's 26th, I'll be in the intern Allison's hometown of St. Louis, Missouri, doing the How to Land Your Dream Job session at the National Urban League Conference. So that's going to be a good look. Actually, you know what? Let me back up a little because I believe next Wednesday, the 12th, I'll be doing the Digital Career Success Series with the National Urban League on How to Land Your Dream Job in preparation for the live version that'll take place at the National Conference in St. Louis.
So giving our people here in Philly a little bit of taste of
you can log on worldwide, but in Philly, definitely log on. I'll share that link with the East Coast Executives Facebook fan page and the Career Seekers Twitter feed, and we'll be posting it out there. And with the help of my co-host, we'll get that out there, and everybody can kind of tune in and get a taste of that. Also, on the 27th, I will be part of the Modern Male panel in St. Louis in conjunction with Black Enterprise National Urban League. That's going to be a really good look. I believe it's myself and 2 other people who they consider modern males. And we're just going to do what we do. I guess we'll get up there and speak about how we've positioned ourselves to, one, have a positive effect on our communities, but also to influence our current industries and what it is that we do. So that's going to be something lovely. But even outside of all of that, in August, and I think I settled in on this date, August 18th, East Coast Executives, in conjunction with New York Urban League, WeWork, I'm going to do the East Coast Executive mock interview session at WeWork in Harlem on August 18th. It's going to be incredible. I plan on having people representing Forbes Coaches Council, people representing Fortune 500 businesses, people representing the BE Modern Man movement all together in one room to support career seekers. So we'll do mock interviews and we'll try to connect some people with some jobs. And that is actually Harlem Week. So, man, we're getting ready to do a mock interview session in Harlem during Harlem Week. So, I don't know, who else does that? It's the world's #1 diversity recruiter, Kenneth L. Johnson. Let's go. So that's myself patting myself on the back real quick. But there's just some good things just to help career seekers. It's all really designed to help people just connect. It's really hard now. And, we gave some tools earlier that people need to use to connect. But more importantly, what are we doing as individuals out here, putting our hands on it and helping people, like with the real live out there putting your hands in the
Yeah,
ground,
not just
doing the
sitting
work.
here talking about it, actually getting out
Exactly.
there. And listeners, it just shows you the reach that Kenneth has. It's not just here in Philly. It's not just South, Southwest, etc.
South Philly.
He goes up north to Harlem. He's all over New York City.
St. Louis.
And now St. Louis, bringing what he knows,
Crazy.
putting the knowledge down on everybody, letting you know what you need to do about searching for a good career, how to pivot your career if you're looking for something different. But just helping those, that's just great.
Yeah, it's gonna be incredible, AB. It's gonna be incredible. Speaking of incredible, I was reading this article, 10 reasons you need a visual resume.
And I'm so sorry, I
It was
realized
right there.
I was looking for a link to click on, and it's right there.
I can say I'm
there.
like, it's right there.
He's
in the
pointing
blue.
at
I'm like,
it,
it's in the
and
blue.
he
It's
said
in the
to
blue.
me,
She's like, okay,
sorry,
okay, I
so
got
I'm
it.
sorry, I got it.
I want you to take the lead on this. So take the lead here. 10 reasons you need a visual resume. And this is real world, people. We've been speaking all day about how technology is taking over. So everybody's walking around with these paper resumes. I can appreciate it.
Right.
But it's a different day and time.
And I think why it's so the number one reason it says the depth of the paper resume.
Yes.
And a large part of that is that everybody, well, I'm going to say probably 95% of people have a digital device that carries that. So you got it right in your hand. You're always doing something on there. You might as well get your resume on your phone and be ready to put it out there.
And people always they want to hand me their resume, and I tell them, please don't, because I'm going to lose it. Like
Absolutely.
I want to lose it. And a lot of companies, like recruiters, when you do career fairs, you can't even take
yeah, because we want you to be an online applicant,
exactly.
which gets more visual. You're more transparent within the organization to the other recruiters.
And I guess that leads us to number 2.
The morphing of job boards and resume databases. That's interesting too. So I think that's where the Google piece is going to in the search, because it's not only but LinkedIn is the same way. So LinkedIn can be a job board, and it's also a resume database, because you can save it if you're LinkedIn recruiter.
At your organization, how long do you guys keep a candidate active in your system?
Oh, they're always
They're always
active.
active, okay.
And then so it's, for instance, if we do a search on a particular skill set in a particular geographic area, if they're in there, then I will reach out to you. Hopefully your email and or phone number are still active, and try to reach out to you to see if you're actively recruiting, and then ask you to create a new application.
All right, great. Number 3.
The dreaded black hole of applicant tracking systems. Oh my goodness, yeah, it's really a shame. We have, as a corporate recruiter, you have so much good information on former applicants or current applicants, and we just don't always go to it because there's such a stream of new applicants.
Sure,
but yeah, so do apply on the ATS. We also call them. It's not always a black hole.
Yes. Number 4.
Rise of referrals. So what I've been seeing, I don't know if you saw the same thing. So right now, big corporate companies have an employer referral system. So if I want to refer Kenneth to my company, if it's a high skill set, I could get $2,000. If it's a lower skill set, I could get $1,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So right. But now I've been seeing a lot of companies, especially if they have a big volume, they'll pay me, an external person, to refer.
Okay.
So I've seen $250, $500.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. Have you been seeing?
I've heard of that.
at all?
Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah. You know, we operate on the opposite side.
Right.
Of this.
Yeah. So,
I guess so. Number 5. I guess this is interesting. I want you to speak on this, because I don't know if I completely understand it. But
Bert, I know I'm looking at employer
candidate mismatch.
Candidate mismatch. 10 reasons you need a visual resume.
Yeah.
I guess it's to give the employer a better idea of
skill set.
Of your skill sets.
I don't understand how that wouldn't
How is
translate
it
on
a
a paper
mismatch?
resume anyway. Well,
Yeah.
and you know, this probably comes into the discriminatory piece of hiring.
Sure.
Like, so visually, I may see your LinkedIn profile photo, and maybe you're not professionally dressed, or maybe you don't seem like a fit for my organization.
Bias,
Unconscious bias coming into play. So that could be what that's all about. Yeah.
I was thinking too, though, because we're looking at more of an infographic type resume that gives, especially for people who are more seasoned in their career.
Sure.
So I was thinking maybe that is to help them, but to me that infographic's a visual.
Okay.
It's more of a
Right. Yeah, that is
metrics.
Exactly.
So maybe that's where it's going.
Then there's the communication mismatch. So I don't understand that from that standpoint as much. So
I guess what my guess would be that if you're applying through your phone,
Oh yeah,
and
okay.
a visual that you're going to get to the right person instead of just it going into the dreaded black hole.
black hole, right?
So that, yeah. So and then number 7 is what you deal with, the gig economy, or you don't deal with contractors. Really,
I don't deal with contractors, but so 7 is the gig economy, but really that's you get a gig, so you're working multiple gigs, or you kind of take contracts, and that's what that's all about. People don't stay in jobs for 30 years anymore, yo. It's they're really short-lived. So even if you don't think you're working in the gig economy, yeah you probably are.
Right. No, absolutely. Yeah. But the reason why you can't, a paper resume doesn't help you, because what if you've had 50 contracts over the last 5 years?
Exactly.
You don't want to put that on a paper resume, so you need something a little more visual.
So number 8, AB.
Yeah, the web becomes a tool for the masses, and I think that goes back to what we were talking about, all those job search apps, because you want to keep up with everybody.
Yeah.
The more that people become more comfortable in applying, using an online app, or going right to, not handing in a paper resume, you want to beat out the competition. So utilize that web. But then number 9 goes straight to Kenneth L. Johnson as a trendsetter.
Yeah.
Trailblazer.
Like that.
Entrepreneur, freelancer, and CEO.
Yeah, all of the
straight
above.
up
All of the
you.
above.
That's straight up you. Right.
Yeah. There are people out here that really are, kind of jumping in at a lot of different levels. So
Yeah.
I think a visual resume allows them to stay, and you can stay current in everybody's mind. Like, all right, so we spoke about this earlier today. Everybody might not know you're a co-host on a radio show.
Sure. Right.
So now, if I'm just looking at your LinkedIn profile, I say, hey, you know what? Because maybe this opportunity is heavy in speaking or something of that nature.
Okay.
And I didn't think you were right for it until I see visually.
Yeah.
That, oh, you're a co-host. She's a co-host on a radio show. This is her lane. Like this.
Right.
So sometimes you can update your visual resumes much faster than your paper resumes would circulate that information.
Right, and then it's much easier to send a link to somebody
right,
than it is to send a piece of paper.
Standard Google search that a recruiter might turn up like, oh,
wow, the LinkedIn comes up,
Yeah, well, or the candidate, maybe the videos are on career on YouTube.
Yeah.
So it turns up like, oh, Alberta Bertolino, she's on this radio show. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, right.
So,
so it's a reminder, all past shows, Career Seekers are on YouTube.
Yes, they are on YouTube. And you can catch them out at careerseekers.work. You can check out previous episodes, and you can also watch the live Facebook stream, courtesy of Will Martin. Thank you. Good looking out. Number 10, AB.
This is what we keep saying is we have to have a full show on LinkedIn. So
king.
The top 10th reason you need a visual resume is the rise of LinkedIn. Everybody should be on LinkedIn. Everybody should have an updated LinkedIn profile. It should not be word for word your resume. Just because you're not currently looking for a job, you don't know if somebody might be looking for you for something else. So,
Indeed. So LinkedIn is king right now.
There you
so,
go.
AB, phones were crazy. We got a few questions from some career seekers out here.
Good.
We are going to start with Stacy from South Philly. Let's do it.
All right.
Oh, yes, that's that South Philly attitude, AB. Can you even get a job anymore unless you know somebody? You want to talk to her, AB?
I sure do. Hey, thanks, Stacy. I appreciate the call. Do you know what? I've always said it's not what you know, it's who you know. It's a lot has to go in with your background, but what we were talking about before is employee referrals. Especially as a corporate recruiter, if I know you're being referred by someone else, I'm going to take a look at you much more quickly than I would just somebody applying on my applicant tracking system. We try to hire like-minded individuals as far as knowing what the culture's about. A lot of time your current employee will really understand that, and then we'll submit somebody that's more so.
Excellent answer.
Yeah, but you can't get a job without knowing someone. It is
you
better.
can. It's much easier if you know somebody.
Right.
Though.
Yeah,
and work your network. Networking is key.
That's right.
All right, let's go. Amy from Westchester, what we got? Interesting. My immediate answer would be inside the company. Now, if you want to move up in an organization, I really don't even know a way that would be possible outside, unless you get additional education and things of that nature that allows you to leverage and position yourself in a different fashion.
Well, I was going to say externally networking, you could find alumni from that company who still are in good standing possibly, and they could give you some tips on how to kind of move up and move through the organization. But yeah, definitely internally, get to know everybody.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing, and work on some projects that aren't even in your business unit. That's what we've talked about a little bit before.
All right, let's go. We're still doing it. Here we go. Brooklyn in the building.
Oh my God, I love that accent, Brooklyn.
So the question was, does Jennifer have to change her resume for every job opportunity?
Not completely change it, but just be mindful.
Yeah, you definitely want to be mindful of the position description and what they're asking you for, and you want to, I guess, include in your accomplishments and or your bullet points that you're comfortable working in those particular areas.
Right. So, and especially if it's a little bit different from what your current experience is, but you know that you'd have, we talked a little bit earlier about transferable skills. If you do have those, draw a parallel for however you're submitting it, even if it's a cover letter, but draw the parallel to the job description and how you can fit those skill sets.
Let's keep it going. All right, we got Melissa here. Let's see. You want to take that?
So, thanks.
Hold on, Melissa. Yeah. What's on your social media profile?
Right, you need to delete it before you apply to anything. I don't think you need to delete anything necessarily unless you're outrageously posting things that are wholly inappropriate or politically incorrect. But what I have cautioned, I have a college-age daughter, just lock it down. I mean, I'm not... Mine's open, but I don't post anything crazy. I try to be careful. But if you want to make a good impression, and a lot of times recruiters will look at your social media account before they even, they might look at your resume, but then think, let me look at the social media account. And if you have something out there, you're not even going to get a call. You will not get. And so that's, unfortunately, in today's media age, that's your first impression. And you always want to make a good first impression. I don't know if you agree, Kenneth.
I definitely agree. And thank you so very much for the question, Melissa. We appreciate you.
Delaware County in the house.
Yeah, let's do it again. Here we go. All right, so we had Nicole from Germantown, and she was basically asking why she isn't receiving a response from her online applications. There could be many reasons for that.
There could be a lot of reasons. Yeah.
But Nicole, what I will recommend is that you follow up. Follow up on the applications.
Ask for feedback.
Ask for feedback. Maybe they're in their process still. The job could be put on hold. You don't know what it is, but I think calling and asking or inquiring about your candidate status will at least display that you have extreme interest in the opportunity.
Absolutely, and take a look at what you're applying for as well. Make sure that it's aligned. Like if you're thinking you could be a stack developer, but you have no experience in that, then you're applying to the wrong type of position. But think about all of the information we give at the beginning of these shows about the different things around town, South Jersey, other areas on where you can go for career advice, and go take advantage of those. There's so much information out there that we give, just career link, etc.
Sure. Again, we love having your questions, and please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We do this, you can reach out to 215-923-WPPM. Once again, 215-923-WPPM, or it doesn't even have to be that difficult. Maybe you have a question when we're not here. So please feel free to shoot us an email, hit us on Twitter. We'll bring your questions to the platform and try to answer them as best as possible. It's the Career Seeker Show. So that's what we do. We like to answer questions for career seekers, right, AB?
That's right. Career seekers and any kind of coaching you think you need, anything that you need help with. You know, I think we need to do another contest maybe that you did about submitting a resume or submitting an idea or something.
Oh, yeah.
You know, yeah, absolutely. Or just, you know, write in and let us know what you're thinking about. Even if you don't need advice right now, but let us know something you want us to talk about. I mean, we'd be happy to. You know, we can talk all day, every day.
Oh my goodness, yes, indeed. We definitely have no problem.
Or if there's a guest, maybe you saw somebody at a networking event and you think they might be a good guest for us, we're open to suggestions. So we'd love to hear from you.
You know, I was looking at this piece, the six job search apps.
Yeah.
And I see on here they have that embarking on a job search is like preparing to climb a mountain.
Oh, right.
Maybe not Mount Everest.
Right, the Sherpa.
You know, but the Sherpas found that you still need to be, you need to have a guide to show you the way.
That's right, that's what we are.
And that's what we speak about. Yeah, the show is kind of a guide. We're not a one-stop shop.
No.
We're just a guide to different avenues for employment for people. So I think to what Alberta was speaking about, you know, I just always want to call you AB now.
I don't care. That's fine. I got a lot of people call me that. It's fine.
So I think to what AB was talking about, you know, if there's information that you want, let us know. And that's the beauty of it all.
Yeah.
You know, we're here to answer your questions.
Yeah, we're not the end all be all. We're just going by experience that we've had successful. I can switch around. Give me feedback. If you think an answer that I'm giving you maybe is different in your experience, we'd love to hear that too, because what worked for me and giving advice to people might not work for your particular instance, and I'd love to hear that too.
Yeah, so real quick, I know we just got a few minutes to go, but I was looking at this, and it's the 7 ways that companies fill jobs in 2017.
Yeah.
So because you're a corporate recruiter, and a very, very, very established and distinguished corporate recruiter.
In my own mind, anyway.
Everybody's mind, trust me. That's how I met you. I met you on reputation. Everybody told me Alberta Bertolino is the person that gets it done. And indeed you do. So here's how they say they fill jobs. So employee referrals.
Yeah,
so we spoke about that, right?
Right.
That was number one. The number one way people fill jobs.
That's what we were saying. That's,
you know,
it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Tell me what you think number 2 is. It's off the top.
How people get jobs. The networking, is that different than the employer referral?
Yeah, I think it's a little different. Yeah, that's a little different. That must be.
Internally?
No, they say Indeed. But that's what they have. They have
Indeed.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, maybe. But
okay.
Yeah, they have Indeed.
Did Indeed put together this?
Yeah, Indeed probably. A current employee, though. I think that's what you were speaking of. So number 3 is current employee.
Okay.
So you were speaking about that. And number 4 is a recruiter that sourced it.
Okay.
So yourself.
Yeah. Or you, maybe.
Yeah, it could be third party.
It could be third party.
Number 5, they have listed a career site or website.
Okay.
Are you really active on like? Well, I don't want you to.
Our corporate. No, I am not.
No, I have a question for you though. So, is there any type of preference, or just even from a systematic standpoint, the people that apply directly off the website versus the people that apply via job board? Is there any way that's tracked? Is that tracked through the metric? The job board pushes them into
our internal applicant tracking.
And then there's no way that you guys as internal recruiters can tell if they came organically or if they came.
We can run reports if we wanted to, and you know, to kind of get those metrics, search engine optimization, all that kind of stuff. Okay. Yeah. Or the person has an opportunity to write it in there and write it in of how they found out.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. How'd you find out?
And I just have to. What cracks me up, I've been seeing this. I don't know why lately, but candidates are writing their own name. How did you find out about this opportunity? They write their own name. I don't. Okay, thank you.
All right, yeah, thank you, Joe, for referring Joe to the. I love it. Number 6, AB.
Yeah.
Career builder. The career builder is still alive.
See, it is, and I love it. It's not really for the more seasoned jobs. It's more of for a lot of clerical or labor, skilled labor jobs, and so that tends to be a lot of what goes on, and that's why I love it. I fill a lot of those jobs. So.
Oh, okay, well, yeah, that would make sense then. That you would be pretty active.
And
be supportive of career builder. But it's a great site. I mean, you know, they kind of they took the piece. I always tell people, remember the Philly Metro, and not the Metro,
Yeah.
but it was the job they used to have, the circular that they put in.
Yeah.
And Career Builder took that business, so that when people used to do the newspaper postings,
Yeah.
Career Builder kind of jumped all over that business.
Okay.
And I think that's kind of where they established themselves. They were because remember, Career Builder was regional. You could have regional versions of Career Builder.
Right. Right.
So it was kind of a regional feel
Kind
to
of a
it.
menu of what the options. Yeah. Right.
So, so number 7 is our dear friend, LinkedIn.
All right. And
Which-
it's only number 7.
I'm having a problem with that. I don't know if 7 makes sense for me.
But is 7 being the top thing, or is, you know what I mean? Is
Oh
it
yeah,
number
I guess I
one?
could have read it upside down, maybe.
Well,
Possibly.
no, but because LinkedIn was number 10 on that other list we were just reading, so
Yeah,
maybe the top,
definitely.
you know, right. So,
Oh my goodness! So it's AB. It's another day.
mm-hmm.
We did it again. It's the Career Seeker Show
Lovely.
live on WPPM-LP Philadelphia. Of course, as usual, we'd like to thank all our listeners here live on 106.5 in Philly, WPPM-LP Philadelphia. We'd also like to thank everybody that listens on Facebook, all the Facebook followers. Good looking out. We appreciate you. All the live streamers streaming live at phillycam.org. Speaking of PhillyCam, on behalf of PhillyCam and the Career Seekers team, we'd like to thank you just for kind of listening in and letting us do what we do. We do this every Wednesday from 4 to 5 here on WPPM-LP Philadelphia. I typically do it with Tiffany Sutherland, Alberta Bertolino, and Will Martin. It's the Career Seeker team. Next week, Dr. Ivan Hernandez,
Excited.
Black Enterprise, Modern Man 2016. That's what we do as the Career Seeker Show. Thanks a lot, Philly. We love you.
Right.
Yo, Key, is it a wrap?
It's a wrap, go.
My man, you know we wrapped it last week when you weren't here too.
Yes,
You
you
see
He
that?
did it on behalf of you.
You did it
He
on
really
behalf
did,
of you.
yeah.
That's what we do. It's the Career Seeker Show. We see you next week, everybody.
Have a great week.
Thank you. All right. Good. Mike's
Good show
there.
today, good show.
I thought it was a good show. I thought it was really a good show, especially for us to kind of be off the cuff, you know.
I think reading those lists and talking about it, that's a good thing. We need to, because especially Tiffany was saying that she might not be around.
Yeah, all August.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about guesting her out. I'm thinking about. I'm really thinking about having Tania do Tiffany's spot.
Is she the one that was here for the Sixers?
Sixers, yeah.
Okay, you said that went real well.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
I thought she did a great job.
Okay. Yeah.